Hello everyone, this is Pash from Soul Therapy by Pash and I'm back with my reading today. Today I'm doing the most favorite read for my viewers. It's the weekly energies in love. So basically this read will tell you what's upcoming in love for you, what your person is feeling about you, what they are thinking about you, what's upcoming change you can expect this week in your connection. If you're not in connection or not in contact exactly, and you're not talking to each other, and you want to understand what's going on in your connection, how your person is feeling about you, are they planning any action towards you, are they missing you or not, then this reading is for you. And as you all know, I read for both 5D and 3D connections. So this read is timeless. It's for you whenever you get to this read. So basically, I always tell that when you are scrolling in the YouTube, or if you are you have subscribed me and my video pops up, then definitely there is some message in this reading for you, right? So let's start the weekly love energies read. I'll be using my tarot deck and see what's upcoming for you in love. And I'll be using my love message deck to see what sort of messages your person wants to give to you. Especially if you're not in connection with each other or not talking to each other, or maybe in distance, long distance kind of a connection, right? So let's see. Let's start. I'll just shuffle the cards once more before starting the read. Then we'll clear up the energies and we'll move to the tarot reading for love from your partner. Okay, so let's clear up the energies first. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath. Divine spirit guides and angels, we are here with the reading for my viewers about their love life. What we can expect this week in love for my viewers. What are the energies hovering around their connection and their partner? Please guide us throughout this reading. Please help us to clear up the energies. Let's clear up the energies. Okay, so let's start. So let's see what's upcoming for you in love. And what guidance divine has for you, and what sort of messages your partner wants to give to you. Divine, please guide us for my viewers. Okay, we already got the card. What's upcoming in their love life? Okay, so the first card is Ace of Cups, which is new beginning in love. This is the best card to get in a love tarot read, and that's the first card you got. So definitely, if you are expecting new love in your life, there is a new beginning which is happening in love. Someone from divine will be gifted to you, a divinely gifted love. Because if you could see, there is a dove here, there is a small pentacle kind of thing, and then a lot of lotus, water. So this love is going to be very, very emotional. This love is going to be an emotional awakening for you. Very peaceful, very serene, very spiritual. So you might be meeting your soulmate or soul partner or your twin flame, or if you have someone in your life, then this person wants to have a new beginning with you. Either it's an ex or a current partner. The best card in the deck for love. So basically, this love would be very intuitive love, very spiritual kind of love. We'll also clarify the cards if we need to. Okay, the next card we got is conflict. So there is a lot of conflict in this love connection, in this new beginning. We'll see what is this conflict all about. There is a lot of tension, there is a lot of aggression, there is a lot of clashes of ego, I'll say, between you both. Or from your partner's side, there is some issue related to some sort of conflict in their life, because of which they desire a Ace of Cups. They desire a new beginning with you, but that's not happening right now. I mean, that's not happening, or that's not happened until now, I'll say. Let's see what this is all about. We'll clarify the cards. Okay, let me clarify the cards with my small deck to see what it is all about, so that we can get major clarity in this. Okay, bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands, defensive energy. Let me tell you something. This reading is very, very complicated, I'll say, because some readings are very, very crystal clear, and this reading typically is very, very complicated. Why I'm saying this is because that's why I have to clarify. Usually, I don't clarify the cards. Usually, they are very crystal clear in their energies. First thing I'm noticing about your person, that your person is badly stuck. Badly stuck in their thoughts. And why I'm saying this is, first card we got is Ace of, let's go card by card. So first card is Ace of Cups, which is clarified by Lovers. So Lovers is a card of choice, right? So they are choosing you. If you see, both are holding hands with each other. They want to hold your hands. They want to choose you. They want to choose this divine love. They want to choose this spiritual love. They want to choose you as a soulmate or twin flame. They feel that you are their past life soulmate or you are their twin flame. And they really want to make a choice. Really want to make a choice. But we have Five of Wands here, which is a card of conflict, which is a card of competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivalry, clashes of ego. And it's clarified by Nine of Swords. So this person, there can be two things. This person is stuck in some other connection with some other karmic partner, and they feel that if they leave that connection and come towards the love that they feel with you and offer you a new beginning, there will be a lot of clashes, there will be a lot of tension, a lot of arguments. And that's why Nine of Swords is here. If you could see, if you could see, this person is very disappointed. This is usually a card of sleepless nights and stress and anxiety and having a lot of sleeplessness. And there are a lot of books and swords. So swords represent overthinking and books represent wisdom. So basically this person has tried to see a lot of options, that how they can do that, how they can leave an existing karmic connection without any conflict, without any argument, without any clashes of ego, and they can come towards this love and make a choice of love with you, a new beginning in love with you. So there is 100% chance. Why I'm saying, let me take it 99%. 99% chance that this person is stuck in some other karmic connection. And they are overthinking about it. They are stressed about it. They have spent a lot of time in the night, especially late nights, gaining wisdom about the options that they can see. They might be journalizing also. Okay, I have this option. If I go towards my lover, if I go towards my spiritual love, if I go towards my twin flame and soulmate, what sort of conflicts can arise? What sort of financial implications it will have? What sort of aggression and tensions I have to face? What sort of rivalries I'll have? So this person is badly stuck into something. Now, we have Six of Pentacles, which shows that this person really is guilty about how they treated you, how this connection went, whatever happened in the past, because it will be different for all. But something, this person is really, really generous to you. They want to be generous to you. They want to give to you. They want to support you. They're so much in gratitude and awe of you that they really feel Knight of Swords energy. It's clarified by Knight of Swords, which they really want to just sit on this broom and rush towards you and give you everything that they can. Everything. So basically it's a feeling, I'm getting a feeling of in awe of you. Like they really want to give you. because they feel that you are giving to the world, giving to the universe, and they want to give you. They want to offer you. They want to offer their generosity, their help. And I also feel that they love your energy of giving. They love that you are generous. They love that you're supporting. They love that you're sharing. They love your giving and receiving kind of energy. So it both ways. Next card is Eight of Wands, which is a fast and furious communication card. It's an action card. If it would have not been clarified by Magician, I would have said that this person is definitely going to communicate with you. This person is intentionally holding the communication. It's not that they don't want to communicate with you, or it's not that they don't love you, or it's not that they want you to communicate with them. No. It's the Magician energy shows this person has all the resources to communicate with you. They know what they have to do and they can do it, but they are intentionally holding it. As I rightfully said, that this person is stuck somewhere badly, and I strongly feel that some sort of other romantic connection or a marriage where this person is stuck. Next card clarifies it all. Devil is here. Initially, I was thinking this is this person's energy, your person's energy, that he's or she might be toxic or obsessive or something. But this is not your partner's energy. I'll say this person is chained to a toxic connection, some other connection. This person is chained to some sort of addiction, some sort of toxicity in some other connection. Maybe they are in a connection for sex only, or they are in a connection for money, or they are in a connection for family, where they feel if they come out and they choose the love they want, that is you, it would be a big conflict, rivalry, arguments. It can be a family, it can be a commitment they are into, which is more of a family tie or a business setup, something like that. But yes, whosoever they are tied up to, chained up to, that person is very toxic. And it's why I'm saying this, because it's clarified by Four of Cups, which shows that if you see, this person is very stressed out. They are stressed out with the empty cups here in front of this person. I don't know whether you are able to see. And this lady is offering them cup and they are unable to see. They are not paying attention to this lady who is offering a full cup. And this lady is you, who is offering them at some point of time. Maybe in the past, you were offering them full cup of love. But this person was so distressful in this toxic connection with someone else that they couldn't focus on this love. They were like this. Oh my God. They were already empty. And you can't pour from an empty cup. This person was focusing on the empty cup. This person never focused on your love because they were focusing on something which has drained them out. If you ask me, this is a very, very emotional card for me, because Hierophant clarified by Ace of Cups shows me that this person really, really wants to commit to you. Trust me, this person is not. If you're thinking about this person that they are just doing it for being player or something like that, no, I'm not getting that player energy here. Whosoever I'm reading for today, this person really wants commitment with you. They want commitment with you. They want love with you. They know that you are their love of life. They know they want to offer you this new beginning. It's clarified by Ace of Cups. But if you see this card, Hierophant also picturizes this is someone who is like a spiritual guru or something like that, and the others are sitting in their what do you say? Yeah, in some sort of setup, they are sitting like that and they are listening to this guru. So what I feel is, because Hierophant also represents social groups, traditions, conventional thinking, knowledge, beliefs, cultural beliefs, religious beliefs, and there are a lot of books on the sides if you could see. This person is also not able to move towards you because they are tied up by their culture, they are tied up by their beliefs, they are tied up by social groups where they might be following some gurus, or they might be following someone older in their family who have the traditions of not to marry out of their caste or their tradition, or something like that I'm getting. So this person might be stuck for long in a toxic connections with someone. They have been having a sleepless night. They have been going through a lot of stuff because they love you. They look always towards a new beginning with you, but they want to commit to you, but their cultural beliefs, their social groups, their traditions are also tying them up. Next card is Justice, clarified by Nine of Pentacles. They feel that you are giving justice to yourself. They feel that you are happy without them. Nine of Pentacles is a card of self-love, happy alone, like don't need anybody to make them happy. They are happy on their own, something like that. Self-sufficient. So they feel that it's their karma to see you in this energy of being self-sufficient without them, happy without them, not bothering about them anymore. There's a drink here and she's having food and she's reading the book. She's not bothered what's happening around, and there are a lot of fruits on the tree which shows she's very, very abundant. So I'm saying, because it's a girl picture, it can be a male or female. It's not about gender, it's all about energies. So take the way it resonates to you. So they feel that you are very abundant. You are busy in your own life. You have nothing to do with them. And they feel that it's their karma. They feel that because they were not honest with you, they never give you justice, because they showed some integrity issues to you, maybe in the past they showed you a player energy or something like that. It's a cause and effect of that now you don't need them anymore to make yourself happy. Maybe you begged them for this love in the past, but now you don't want. It's not you don't want. What I mean to say is you don't need it because you love yourself so much. So this person in the past might have not taken the accountability of their actions. They might have ignored you. They might have pushed you back. They might have showed you the player side, so you thought this person has no integrity. They were not honest with you, always telling you lies. They always make you feel low. And that's why this person feels that this is their karma, to see you like this, abundant without them. Next card is Seven of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. They feel that you are reaping the rewards of your patience. They feel this is all what they see you right now. How they see you right now. They see you like you are Nine of Pentacles, you are self-sufficient, you are abundant, you don't need anybody, you don't want anybody in your life, you are self-sufficient yourself, abundant. And seeing you like this is their karma. Because they were not honest to you, they were not accountable, they never took accountability of their actions, they have shown you no integrity or something like that. They feel that you are harvesting the rewards, results, progress, you are growing because of what you have invested. And you have invested in yourself. And that's why you're reaping the rewards of that. And you're also reaping the rewards, because it's clarified by Queen of Swords. You are also reaping the rewards now of your Queen of Swords energy, which is a truthful, honest, blunt energy. You might have always been honest to this person, very truthful to this person, very clear to this person in your intentions. And that's why you are basically reaping the rewards of being honest, of your morality, of your integrity, you are getting the rewards for. This person feels that you are very, very successful. You are very, very victorious. You are sitting on a horse, if you see this person. Not literally, but yes, you have a feeling of a victory kind of a thing, and you are getting attention from a lot of people. People are just walking along your side and they're supporting you. You're getting the rewards, you're getting the recognition, you're feeling proud about yourself. That's how they're seeing you right now. And it's clarified by the Hierophant. And why it's clarified by Hierophant, if you see this lady is meditating and there are two students, so they might be seeing you as someone. You might be in a spiritual business, you might be helping healing people out, or you might be teaching people how to heal, or you might be teaching meditation or yoga or something like that. This person is seeing you in a Hierophant mode. Hierophant mode as in you are very committed to what you're doing. And that's why this person is seeing you being committed to your whatever your mission or purpose you're doing, whatever. It can be yoga, it can be meditation. Why I'm saying all this? Because it's in the picture like this. And they are seeing you successful. You're getting a lot of recognition, lot of people are around you, lot of people are supporting you, you're getting praises, you're getting acclamation, you're getting pride, you're proud of yourself. So something like that. So they are looking at you in a very, very high pedestal, I'll say. This person has always been in Knight of Swords energy. They initially might be in and out in this connection with you. They were impatient. They rushed towards you. They wanted to be assertive, but confused. Two of Pentacles, clarified by Two of Pentacles. They have always been juggling between you and something else. It can be you or their family. It can be you or their traditions. It can be you or their money, or it can be you or some other karmic partner. This person has always tried to show you that they are Knight of Swords. They want to rush towards you. They are very assertive about this connection. They are perfectionist. They are intellectual. They are daring. And they are impatient, but always confused. In and out energy. So they know this about themselves, that they have been into this energy. Seven of Swords clarified by Eight of Pentacles, which shows that this person knows that they have lied, they have tricked you, they have strategized sneakiness with you, they tried to be playing cunning with you, they tried to juggle you with other connection, they tried to confuse you by coming in and out in this connection. But it's clarified by Eight of Pentacles, which shows that this person now really wants to invest into this connection. They really want to come out of this energy and they really want to invest into this connection. And I think that's too late for this. Because this person initially has sown a seed into you about their morality, about their integrity, about their accountability. And you have an image of this person as sneaky, strategist, tricker, cunning, full of lies, full of impatience, confused, juggling. This person, last card, Eight of Swords, this person is trapped. Trapped in their own thoughts, trapped in their own overthinking. They are playing as a victim. They are feeling like paralyzed. They are feeling helpless, powerless. If you see this lady's hands are not fully tied up. They can open their own hands. But they are pretending, or maybe they are just telling themselves that they cannot open their hands and make themselves free from this. And it's clarified by Three of Cups, which shows that this person knows that they can free themselves from this third party connection. So here Three of Cups shows third party connection. So third party is some karmic connection in their life. They know that they can do that. They can free themselves. They are not victimized. They are not paralyzed. They are not helpless. They can just open these ropes which they have tied up around themselves of overthinking, and they can just get up and take action towards the love with which this reading started. But they are pretending to be trapped, or they are telling themselves this, or they don't have the courage to come out of this toxicity and come out of this bondage of traditions, social groups, They don't want to face any arguments. They don't want to face any tensions. They don't want to face any clashes of ego. Lot of things, lot of problems in this connection. So if you ask me at the end of the reading is like what I feel about this read is this person really loves you. They really want to commit to you. But again, I will come with this is my view of looking at this connection. Of course, it's up to you what choice you make. But I always say that if it's a true love, it's unconditional love. It's a fifth dimensional love, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. And if there is no action, then no point. And that's what I feel you are doing right now. It can be you or your partner. Take the way it resonates to you. I feel you are feeling abundant. You are getting, this person is getting the karma by watching you like this. You are harvesting the rewards, reaping the rewards of your truthfulness, of your clarity, of your, you are progressing, you are patient, you are getting victories, you are getting triumph, you are getting recognition, attention, you are committing yourself, dedicating yourself to your Zen mode, which I'll say because in the picture is showing like meditating. So it's like your Zen mode, you are into your Zen mode, be it you are a meditation teacher or yoga teacher, or you might be a tarot card reader, you might be a healer, anything, right? Take the way it resonates to you. But this person is still stuck into this toxicity, and I don't feel they still have the courage because this communication card is here. They can anytime pick up the phone and call you and communicate to you about this love and the new beginning with love what they want with you. They are in the magician energy. They can create whatever they want their life to be, but consciously they are trapping themselves. They are saying to themselves that they cannot come out of this connection because of family traditions, because of lot of issues, maybe financial dependence, lot of traditions, family beliefs, lot of things. So this person, if someone cannot take any action in love, it's only words that I love you and I want to commit to you, but I can't because I'm in a third party connection, I'm in family traditions, I have religious factors, or I have this issue and that issue, and I cannot take an action. Or even if they're not taking any action without saying anything, it itself shows that this person is not worthy of you. You deserve more. You deserve a better love in your life. Be it is the Ace of Cups. It's not necessary that if someone is your twin flame or soulmate, they fulfill your expectation in terms of communication. I always say don't label any connection with a true love, unconditional love, twin flame, soulmate, 5D love, past life connect, and then take the toxicity in because it's the person is my twin flame. No. If there are only words, no actions, that connection is worth stopping or cutting off because it's toxic. And you are going in the right direction. If it's you who is in the Nine of Pentacles energy, you might be a Libra also because Justice card is here. And you are the Queen of Swords energy, cut the crap energy. You are just focused on your own beautiful you. And that's why you're reaping the rewards of it. Everywhere you're getting attention, recognition, your praises, success you're getting. Still, I didn't want to open this deck of messages, but because I committed, so I'll open. Because I don't feel like this person deserves to give any sort of message to you. That's my personal feeling again. You can take it the way you want. It's your choice again. But yes, I feel if someone loves you so much, the very first thing they should do is to be fearless and talk about it, regardless of the consequences. Okay, let's take out the first message from your person. Let me go. Very good. So they themselves are saying, let me go. You deserve all the good things in this world, and right now I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. So this person knows very clearly that they don't have the courage. They cannot come out of this connection. It can not only be about courage. It can also be about they don't want to break their family ties. They don't want to get into the clashes. They don't want to do all this. It's making them sleepless. But Either ways, they are sleepless. They are facing the stress and depression and sleepless nights. Either ways, by staying in this toxic connection or by not committing to you and not starting this new love with you. So they are asking you to let them go energetically, of course, because I don't feel that you're holding them back anywhere physically, but energetically you might still be connected in some way with this person. So they are asking you to let them go, and they are not in a space to give you the type of connection that you deserve. So they are saying, live your life and let me go. That's very good. Very good decision they are taking. Have my kids. So as I told you, they want to have a family with you. I know you would be an amazing parent. I dream of that day. I can experience. They always fantasize about you being having kids with them or having family with you or something like that. So this person wanted to have kids with you, but right now I think they are not in a space to give you that. This person is feeling lost without you, which you have seen in the tarot also. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do and say anymore. It's easier to just stay in silence. So they feel it's more easier to stay in silence, to feel that that's what they're telling themselves, that it's better to stay in silence rather than to shake up things. They don't want to shake up things in their life. They want to stay in the toxic connection. They're telling themselves that they are victimized, trapped, and all those stuff. So they're saying that they're trying to work this off, and they are feeling lost about it. I don't know what to do and what to say. So that's why they are staying in silence, unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. So this person is so much in stress about the other connection that they are stuck in, or the family ties, or a family connection that they are stuck in, that they are very unclear about right now how they feel about you anymore. It's not that they don't love you, but I think a lot of things are clouding their vision at this point of time. They could not focus on this love because of a lot of issues going in their life. Being in a toxic connection with someone and then focusing on true love is difficult. It's toxic for you also. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. So this person loves you. This person loves you. See, I don't know personally what your person is going through, but I can feel from the cards that they are going through a lot. But that's not, I'll say that's not your journey. That's their journey. So instead of being emotional about it, and which you are not, I can see you are focusing on yourself, which is a good thing to do because that's their journey. They have to sort this out. This is not your mess to clear up. This is not your karma to clear up. You cannot interfere in anybody's else karma and help them out. They have to clear this karma. They have to clear their contracts. They have to sort this out. They have to clean this mess on their own. So they are saying, when I think about you, I cry. So they cry. Others' opinions. This is what we were talking about. I feel bound by my culture, my family beliefs on how should I live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself. This is the second card which I told you, because tarot, I was telling you this Hierophant card is about family beliefs. So again, I'll say not 100%, but 99% this person is stuck because they bother other people's opinions. They are bound by their culture. They are bound by their family beliefs. Maybe you are both from opposite castes, opposite different parts of the world. They have different beliefs on how they should live their life. They have to follow their family trends. They are saying that they are working on breaking these limiting beliefs, but it will take time. I don't know how long. Let's take out two more cards and then we'll close because the reading is getting interesting. So let's take out two more cards. This isn't a goodbye. So they are saying that they're working on themselves. So this isn't a goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what the best for me. So they walked away from you because they thought it's best for them. They cannot right now, because of their family cultural traditions, they cannot commit you, or they cannot, start a new beginning with you. They are saying this is a goodbye. This isn't a goodbye, and we will be together again soon. Last card. So my viewers person, what do you want to say? Last message to my viewer. What do you want to say? Not the right time. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities and I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. So they are telling that this is not the right time for this divine love connection. They love you, they want to commit to you, but they have a lot of responsibilities on them and they don't have the time and energy for relationship. Bottom of the deck is still listening. I listen to the music you have shared with me. It helps me to connect with you, although we are apart. So definitely there are two people who are apart or at a distance. So they listen to the music that you have shared to them, and that's how they feel connected to you. So it's a typical twin flamey kind of a vibe I'm getting. I'm not too sure if it is a twin flame connection, but I'm getting a twin flamey kind of vibe where divine feminine is busy on their own, abundant on their own, and on their own healing journey, and the divine masculine is still struggling to heal, still struggling with limiting beliefs, struggling with family ties, struggling with toxic connections, and they are making a conscious choice of not coming out of their overthinking and untying themselves from these limiting beliefs and from this third party connection which is toxic for them. So they are making a conscious choice. And I always say in tarot readings, when we talk about, there are few cards which are destined to happen, few cards which are choice cards, where you can change the consequences of the situation by making the choice that you want. So this person is consciously making this choice of not taking action towards you, not communicating with you, and staying in silence because they feel that right now they're tied up. So it's better to let you go, or they're asking you to let them go energetically. They want family with you, but right now they're very unclear because they are overwhelmed with responsibilities. They feel it's not the right time. So they are saying it's not a goodbye from their side. We'll be together again because they are bound by their culture, their limiting beliefs, and they're working towards it. That's the typical divine masculine energy, which I feel divine masculines in 2024 to 2026 are awakening. So they might be going through some sort of awakening, I feel. That they need to break these kind of limiting beliefs from their aura, from their soul, from their energy. Some sort of conditioning that they need to shed. And then only they'll be deserving of a divine feminine, who we see here in the Justice and the Nine of Pentacles card. So I hope you like this reading. I hope this reading resonated with you. Oh my god, this reading is too long today, 42 minutes. I got so engrossed in this reading. I'm so sorry. So take care, love and light. Keep smiling, keep growing, keep elevating. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment on my YouTube channel, Soul Therapy by Pash. If you want to book readings with me, you can go to Linktree app or my website at soultherapypash.com. And you please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook, Soul Therapy by Pash. See you. Bye-bye with my next read tomorrow. And by that time, keep loving yourself.